Hello students, hope you are well and doing fine. Today I am going to develop on a world famous novel titled Untouchable by Mulk Raj Anand. It's prescribed in paper 7th of degree part 3 honors. So let's start. Untouchable, as you know, is a world famous novel by a world famous author. It was first published in 1935. The author of this novel is Mulk Raj Anand, a Punjabi and Khatri as caste. Mulk Raj Anand was born in 1905 and passed in 2004 at the age of 99 years. It is interesting to know that Mulk Raj Anand had begun his writing in the beginning in Urdu. He had also written a novel and some stories in Urdu, but these works are now completely forgotten by the literary world. It is also important to know that Mahatma Gandhi had first of all told Mulk Raj Anand in England to write an abstract on untouchability, as Mahatma Gandhi himself, as a political and social leader, was struggling with the eradication of untouchability from the society. Mulk Raj Anand replied that he would present this problem of untouchability in the form of some art, as he was an artist. So the result is Untouchable, the novel. Thus, Mahatma Gandhi was the first reader of this novel, and according to his counsel, the novelist had brought some changes in the novel. Quite in the beginning of the novel, there is a marvelous description or presentation of the hutmates or hovels lived by the Bhangis and other lower castes. This novel also got fame as it was introduced by a great English novelist named E.M. Forster. At present, this novel, titled Untouchable, published in 38 different languages of the world. When at first the manuscript of this novel had been sent to various publishers, but no publisher of England or any Western country was ready to publish it, so this was refused publication by a large number of publishers. What was the reason? The reason was simple and obvious. Some decades back in India, as well as in other countries, there was a great complex in general towards the lower castes and communities. So far Hindu religion is concerned, distinction of castes is a part of it, even to some extent, though not permitted by Islam. There is a distinction, social or mental, among Muslims communities. But this is sanctioned neither by the Holy Quran nor by the Prophet. Even at present, untouchables, that is, the people of lower castes, bhangis or sweepers or cobblers, are not allowed to enter the temple. Even now, and long, long ago, a great deal of persecution and cruelty were inflicted upon the bhangis or the untouchables. This was most inhuman, cruel, and unjustified from any point of view. Even Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who is the maker of our Indian Constitution, had to face in his lifetime a great deal of cruelty, distinction, and injustice at the hands of the upper castes. Once he was riding a bullock cart. The owner of the cart made him get down after he knew that he was a cobbler by caste. Even at present, such kind of injustice and cruelty are perpetrated upon the lower castes in Hindu communities. Till some years back, there was a system of service toilets. Even now, it has not been completely abolished by flush system. Bhangis, who used to clean service toilets daily, in the morning were regarded very low and inferior or contemptible by the members of the society in general. This phenomenon is the height of the ridiculous. Even the shadow of the Bhangis or the sweepers was supposed to spoil and make unholy any item or commodity of the upper caste. They are regarded to be backward and low by others. The other members of the society should have felt grateful to the sweepers or the bhangis for cleaning their dirt or soil. But the case is but the case in practical is just the reverse. So, as a matter of fact and scientifically speaking, the untouchables are not the backwards or inferior. Rather, the thinking mind or approach of the upper caste is backward or inferior or irrational. So far their work is concerned, they do their duty punctually, dutifully, laboriously, and honestly. So, in fact, they deserve our thankfulness and credit. But what an irony! They are considered to be unclean because they clean our uncleanness, dirt, or soil. In the present novel, the central character or protagonist is Bakha. He is a son of a sweeper named Lakha. He is regarded untouchable, but his beautiful sister named Rohini is very much touchable, even by the Brahman priest of a temple. This fact discloses the utter hypocrisy of the upper caste. Once the sister of Bakha had, out of curiosity, had entered the temple to see the goddess or the idol. As she was very attractive in her looks, the priest tried to molest her. At that very time, Bakha entered the temple. As the priest found himself caught red handed, he began to cry, polluted, polluted. That is, the Brahman priest wanted to cover up his guilt and moral turpitude. So, in his incident, shows even the chastity of the untouchable woman is not safe. In their lust, the high caste people practice no untouchability. The low caste women like Sohini and others are made by force or temptation or allurement to yield to their carnal passions. In fact, the aim of the author is reformation or correction of social evils like poverty, inequality, injustice, exploitation, casteism, untouchability, industrialism, and other evils. Anand lashes at them with his pen. He wants to reform society, and satire is the best weapon of a reformer. Mulk Anand, in his novels, champions the cause of the underdog and the downtrodden. His humanism and sympathy for the poor, needy, and the exploited give a socialistic as well as Gandhian turn to his philosophy. Each of his novels deals with a social problem. Untouchable deals with the problem of untouchability and social injustice. Coolie deals with the problem of exploitation. The Village discusses the problem of abject poverty and indebtedness. The Big Heart is concerned with the problem of introduction of machines and consequent unemployment. I That's all for now. I will do more in this about the lesson in your next coming class. Okay, till then, goodbye. Thank you.